While some come into Bachelor in Paradise hoping to just have a little fun, others find the love of their lives on the beach with a shiny ring.
Can't wait to take the next step with you and start our life together.
From adopting puppies, to traveling the world together, to starting a family. Let's take a trip down memory lane to relive some of the most successful couples that have come out of this dramatic reality show and what they're up to now. Dean and Caelynn. Set in season 6, Caelynn was immediately attracted to commitment phobe Dean, but that didn't stop her from pursuing him. They hit it off right from the first date.
She seems like a great girl. She seems really smart. She's obviously beautiful.
But despite seeming totally in love for a few weeks, Dean suddenly decided to leave Paradise after giving her a rose and celebrating her birthday in hopes that she could actually find a long-lasting relationship. This left Caelynn brokenhearted, but she soon rebounded with newcomer Connor. Then, plot twist. Dean came back to Paradise because he missed her and somehow successfully convinced her to leave the comfy Paradise shack for his travel van.
What's up? Welcome to my crib.
If that's not true love, we don't know what is. The two have since documented their spontaneous trips around the world on Instagram and their YouTube channel. In 2020, the pandemic brought them to a halt, which surprisingly made their relationship even stronger. In June of 2020, the two were spotted with promise rings that fans mistook for wedding bands. And by April, they bought a house together in Las Vegas. On Dean's 30th birthday, she even jokingly got back at him by dumping him out of their hot air balloon. Even though Dean doesn't like the idea of marriage, these two seem to be getting serious. But who knows, Dean is one to be full of plot twists, and Caelynn seems to enjoy it. These two are the perfect examples of living in the moment. Jade and Tanner. If you were to name the most iconic Bachelor in Paradise couple, it would hands down be these two, as they were the first ones to leave Paradise in a long-lasting relationship. Their journey started in season 2, when Tanner asked Jade out right away when getting the first date card.
Tanner, would you like to go on a date with me?
Okay.
It was smooth sailing from there as they were coupled up the entire time, which we all know is really hard for a show all about stirring up drama. The two left the show engaged, and by January 2016 had a televised wedding that also served as the backdrop of celebrating 20 seasons of The Bachelor. Even though these two seemed to have it all, they went through some rough times. In an Instagram story, Jade revealed that she actually suffered a miscarriage shortly after their engagement on the show, which is why they got so serious so fast. Luckily, they were blessed with 3 children, Emmy, Brooks, and Reed, in the following years. Jade and Tanner have since appeared in Bachelor episodes and at reunions as proof of true love forming on the show. Hannah and Dylan. Who could forget one of the most adorable pairings to have come out of Paradise? But they didn't start out that way. Hannah was first pursued by Blake in season 6, but things soon got messy when he was playing hard to get. Once Hannah saw through Blake's F-boy tendencies, she made the rightful decision to be with Dylan.
I did not come to spend the summer with you. I came for us to spend everything after it.
They have been together until the end, where they left the show as fiancés. In February of 2020, the two celebrated with an engagement party, where they invited many of their Bachelor Nation friends. At the time, the two were still heading back and forth from Los Angeles, where Hannah was pursuing opportunities as a model in San Diego, where Dylan was based. They eventually settled in San Diego, where they moved in together in November 2020. As for wedding planning, Dylan said on Hannah's YouTube channel that since they are still in their prime, they are in no rush to walk down the aisle. Hannah had told the US Magazine that due to COVID, the planning has been put on pause until they see the state of the world in a year or 2. But for now, she's saving photos on Pinterest to get ready. Even though we won't see them tie the knot anytime soon, you can get glimpses of their relationship from their PDA social media posts and hilarious TikToks. Ashley and Jared. If there's one love story that was written for a rom-com, it would be theirs. They officially met in season 2, where Ashley recalled their first encounter to Us Weekly, saying, "I remember walking down the steps in Paradise and seeing him at the bar, and it was the weirdest feeling. I was just so gravitated and drawn to him. It was truly love at first sight." But despite giving roses to each other every week, Jared decided to break it off, and the two left the show separately.
I don't know if our connection is strong enough right now.
The two remained very close friends. Come season 3, we see a single Jared down on the beach once again, this time pursuing Kayla. So when Ashley came down the steps with intentions of reuniting a spark with Jared, she had a meltdown, to say the least.
I know that the spirit of my dog Lucy is gonna help me on this journey.
This possessive behavior caused Jared to leave the show with Kayla, while Ashley had a fling with Wells. After a year and a half of still being stuck in the friend zone, Ashley rejoined the franchise in Bachelor Winter Games, where she won and left the show with Kevin. This caused Jared to become jealous, and he soon realized he had strong feelings for her. So on their annual vacation with their friends Jade and Tanner, Jared finally confessed his feelings for his girl. Ashley admitted on her I Don't Get It podcast that she may have cheated, but said it was one of the moments of passion, one of those actions. He pulled me in, I kissed him back. The two finally got together, and even though it took nearly 3 years, it was worth it. Because Jared eventually popped the question on Paradise Beach in June 2018. They celebrated their lavish wedding in Jared's hometown of Rhode Island in August 2019, where they plan to grow a family. Last month, the two revealed that Ashley is pregnant with their first child. Talk about a whirlwind fairy tale romance. Raven and Adam. This season 4 couple started off in a love triangle as well, with both Raven and Sarah interested in the same man. Adam soon realized that the Arkansas native was the one for him, and left together as a couple, but was hesitant on getting engaged as they lived in different cities. Raven eventually made the move to Dallas, where Adam proposed on a rooftop 2 years later in May of 2019. Of course, the couple was very excited and could not stop talking about their wedding, only to have it postponed 3 separate times due to the pandemic. But apparently, 4th time's a charm, because in April 2021, the two finally tied the knot. They traveled to Hawaii for their honeymoon and announced in July that she's expecting a baby in January 2022. We can't wait to see what the future holds for this power couple. Kevin and Astrid. The two met on season 5 of Paradise, where they remained one of the strongest couples for the majority of the season, until Kevin anxiously decided to end the relationship as they were about to leave the island. Despite Astrid giving him strong validation, Kevin eventually came to his senses and won Astrid back before the reunion show. She soon moved to Canada for him, and seeing her strong dedication, Kevin popped the question a year later in August of 2019. While preparing for a wedding, they too were hit by a pandemic and had to postpone their wedding, but that doesn't mean they had little to celebrate. In March 2021, the two announced they are expecting their first child after undergoing IVF. Even though that means postponing the wedding again, as she would be expecting, they couldn't be happier. Through all the chaos and drama that goes on in Paradise, it looks like these couples were able to stick through it all. That's going to be a wild story to tell their kids one day. Who's your favorite Paradise couple? And who do you think will join the list from this season? Like this video if you want to stay up to date on the latest reality TV news, and we'll see you next time on The Things Reality.